I feel like recognizing that you want more for yourself, like this is not it for you, is really the first part, because then you know that the ceiling is higher. You know, like a lot of people lose the battle when they can't see past the battle.
And these negative things are what's going to make you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be in some negative thing regardless. So it's just about how you handle it and how you deal with it.
I can go on all day.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Queen Air back with another video. Welcome everyone, old subscribers, new subscribers, people who haven't subscribed yet. Hoping that you guys do subscribe. Today I have a special guest with me. Introduce yourself.
I'm her brother.
Yeah, that's my brother. That's my blood brother, y'all.
Wait, should I say my name? I should say my name. I'm Sender, her brother.
Yeah, so that's Sender, my brother. And what's your Instagram?
Sender.Rella. Sender as in like sending something. SENDER.
Yeah, it's literally that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cinderella. So I'll definitely link his Instagram on the bottom right under his body.
Under my neck.
Yeah. So y'all can follow him there. I brought him here today so we can talk about how to stay positive. And I thought it would have been super interesting to bring somebody else on board to talk about this who is actually going through the same things that I'm going through and is working through that. And, you know, and doing all that. So, Sender, what do you want to tell people about being positive? Or how do you even start?
Okay. First, I think we need to talk about positivity.
What is
like,
it? Yeah.
What is positivity? Because a lot of people like to talk about being positive and spreading positive vibes or whatever, but like, what is actually doing that? I feel like being positive is something you need to learn, honestly. Like, it's like a conditioning, basically. So it's not something you're gonna be. I mean, I guess some people are innately more positive than other people, but even the really positive people need to learn how to properly project and utilize their positivity. You know what I mean? So I think it's like a learning process in general. So learning to be positive is number one. Right?
Yep. How would you say you learn how to be positive? Like, what steps do you take or do you think that people should take when being positive? Like,
okay.
Even using certain examples so you can help.
Okay.
People,
like for me,
you know.
I'm doing music. Cliche, right? Everybody does it. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I'm still doing it anyway. But I do music. All right, I do music production, performance, whatever have you.
Ooh! Follow him on Instagram, guys. Pop Instagram right there.
But I feel like a difficult thing, especially with people who are pursuing the arts, is like, you know, everybody's doing it. Your field is oversaturated, you know. Basically all the can-nots and do-nots and what ifs and all that stuff. You know, the natural doubt that comes with presenting your work to the world. I feel like that's a fight within yourself to even do that. So that's the number one thing for me, was kind of pushing myself regardless of how I felt, really, and just really using positive reinforcement. Like, I do have something I want to do, and I have something I want to show to everybody and share. And regardless of all these thoughts that I'm having that are kind of going contrary to what I want to do, I'm going to do it. You know, like, I'm going to push myself to do it, and what's the worst that can happen? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, you do your art or whatever, and people say it sucks, like, so what?
Yeah. So it's more so like a level of yourself first. Like,
right.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this no matter what. And whether you like it or not, I'm still going to do it. People have to battle with this. Like, this is a real thing. A lot of people just don't want to share their work with people because they're afraid of what they're going to say or what they're going to do or how people will react to it. So that transcends into something, and that brings into negativity.
Right.
That turns into negativity, to be exact.
Right.
So first step, guys, is
positive
reinforcement and telling yourselves that you have to stay positive regardless of what it is or whatever you're going through. Like, we're talking about things about the arts because we're both in artsy stuff. As like me, I know I model and I'm doing the whole YouTube thing and stuff. So there's, you know, you guys know definitely YouTube is saturated, and there's a lot of people doing the same thing, especially because, you know, I'm into the beauty world, and the beauty community is huge.
Right.
Like, there's so many people doing makeup, there's so many people in beauty, but hey, like, I'm still doing it. And the only thing is I'm telling myself I have something to give. You know, I know I have something to give, so I'm gonna give it to y'all, and that's just straight up. Like,
Right.
yeah. So how do you battle negative information you may receive from other people? Like, let's say now you presented your stuff to the world, or you're starting to do this music, or whatever you're doing.
Like,
How do you go past all the negative? Like,
Okay, so it's like people like to say you need to ignore negativity, but it's hard to ignore. It's hard to ignore vibes. You know, it's hard to ignore energy. You know, people emit energy. So if you're a person who recognizes that, it's hard for you not to recognize it. And ignoring goes part of that too. But I'm never gonna tell somebody to ignore the negativity, because it's like, that's not, how realistic is that?
yeah.
I mean,
Because negativity affects everybody,
yeah,
believe it or
like,
not.
to some degree.
Yeah,
to
anybody
some
who
degree.
says I
So,
don't care about the negativity, nah, it to some
it
degree.
affects you. If you wallow, if you're surrounded by negative people, inevitably it's gonna get to you. Like, there's no way it's not gonna bother you. But I feel like if you know how to filter through it and see the good, I guess, within the negativity, and balance that with ignoring and knowing when you have to tune somebody out entirely, I feel like with those two things, like, those are really what I do, you know, and that gets me through the negativity enough. Like, I either ignore you or I listen to you and take what I can take from what you're saying,
Right.
and then use it for. So when I put my music out, I put out my first song in January. It was like a crazy experience. I don't want to turn this into an interview about me, because that's not what it's about. But just for that instance, like, when I did do something and I did put out my first song, I battled myself. Did I hear any bad comments about my music? Not really, but I could say it probably didn't take off the way I wanted to. Like, I guess I kind of had some expectations.
Okay, so sorry, let me reiterate it then. Not really negative comments about people, just the negativity you faced.
Negativity in general?
Yeah, just negativity you faced
Honestly,
in the midst of that.
I'm probably gonna even branch off from just the music thing. Like,
Yeah, let's
negativity,
kind of open it up
just
a
open
little
it up, and just general negativity. I was always the person, if you tell me I can't do something, I was already gonna do it, but now that you told me I can't do it, I'm just gonna do it to prove to me and everybody else that, yeah, like, I could do it. So that's usually how I deal with it. But I also try to learn in everything that somebody tells you, because some negativity is not necessarily negativity, it's just the person being able to word it in a way where it could be constructive criticism. You get what I mean? So they just word it how it comes to mind, and how it comes to mind is, oh, you suck, or you're not good, as opposed to them telling you something that's like easily digestible, for lack of a word. It, like, you know, properly formed and packaged in a way where you're like, oh, this person isn't hating on me, they're just telling me I should do better in this, or whatever, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But instead of differentiating amongst them, because that could take a lot of time, or just it's time consuming, I just take all negativity as, like, what can I take from this that could benefit me?
Facts.
So,
Like, you should be able to take negativity and turn it into something positive. Like, that should kind of
Yeah.
like boost you to do anything. Like, let's just say, like, just positivity, negativity in life, like, or whatever situation you're going to. Like, let's say you're going through a negative situation where, okay, let's use a real example of what we're going through, as far as not always having money, or not always
oh yeah, that's a big thing.
being able to do what we want to do.
To the extent
To
that
the
we
extent,
want to do it.
yeah,
right.
like, you're so limited because you're kind of like check by check type of thing, and you really don't want to be in that position, but you're just kind of in that right now. How do you stay positive in that? Like, what do you tell the people who are in that and they're just like, yo, like, this is not it, I'm not I can't do this.
Right.
You know, for me, like, it's a matter of just telling yourself, first of all, that you're not gonna be in any situation for too long. You're not gonna be stuck in this situation for too long, and especially if you're making moves towards, like, I feel like a lot of people they wallow in the situation and stick in it. Don't stick into that. Don't sit in it. Don't tell yourself, yo, devastated. This is my life, and this is what it is. Like, you can make a change. You can start making those moves to do those things to change it around. But let's say you don't have those situations where you can't really move around, like, because let's just be honest, a lot of people just aren't in those positions where they can just up and fix things. You know, it also a mental thing.
Right.
But
right. No, mental is a big part of it. Mental is definitely a big part of it. I feel like recognizing that you want more for yourself, like this is not it for you, is really the first part, because then you know that the ceiling is higher. You know, like a lot of people lose the battle when they can't see past the battle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they see that and that's really where it ends and that's where it is. Like, as long as you see, like, this is an obstacle, but this is not the end of the journey, that's the number one thing. That's the number one thing.
Yep.
And then envisioning yourself in a different place, you know, in a different space. Like, yeah, I'm dealing with this now, but 6 months from now, I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better than this.
That
like,
should keep you going.
And it's not saying that the situation will be done, because some battles are lifelong. You know, some battles are decades long or whatever. You might be dealing with it, but you have to see that this is not it. Like, this is just part of you becoming the better you, the different you.
And these negative things are what's going to make you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be in some negative thing regardless. So it's just about how you handle it and how you deal with it. Going back to what we were saying about just your positive affirmations, telling yourself, I'm gonna get past this. It's gonna be okay. Something's gonna come. God got me, and He got you. Like, just giving those positive vibes and those energies out, like, for yourself and to everybody around you, you'll see that it'll start coming back to you. Guys, like, people who have watched other videos where I'm talking about situations where I've been in, like, the amount of times God got me, or just me doing something for somebody else got me things and got me through certain things, like, it was good. Like, just because you're in a negative thing doesn't mean that you have to continue being negative, and everything that's surrounding you has to be negative. Like, you still give positivity out to whoever it is who needs it, even if you ain't got it. You know what I'm saying?
And I think knowing that it is gonna require work, though, because a lot of people, they want to be happy, they want to spread positivity, but the place that they're in right now is preventing them from doing so. So it's not like you're not a positive person. You know, life just gave you that part, and you just need to work a little harder to get through that so that you can provide what you have, you know? But it's like, it's gonna be hard, and it's something you need to work for, just like anything that you want in life that's good, that could benefit you. And I feel like you have to be willing to be in it for the long haul. Like, you know, just like any grind, just like bettering yourself and dealing with negativity, whether it be personal negativity or whatever, is just like anything else. You feel like just like grinding for music, grinding for your YouTube, playing ball, playing sports, or whatever. Going to the gym, you're not gonna see the benefit if you just go and then you quit, or you go and then you slack, and then you have to be consistent. And even the times where you do slack off, because it happens, you still need to have the consistent mindset. Like, I wasn't feeling good today. You know,
it was just a bad day.
It was just a bad day for me.
Kind of feeding into the negativity.
Yeah, it just beat me. But I know tomorrow, like,
you gotta get into
or even tomorrow, you know, sometimes you got a bad week. You could have a bad week. You could have a bad 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
A bad month. Like, you just in it for a month. You know what I mean? Like, for some time. But you're still consistent on doing things that can better the situation. You get what I'm saying? You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Like, it's like long haul battles. Like, people like to talk about day battles. It's not. It's deeper than that. because we're dealing with life. So
Yeah.
it's not like a day thing.
Yeah.
You know, people go through stuff for years.
It's a work in progress. But once you change yourself and you start developing this positivity mindset, all that negative stuff is not gonna affect you because you already know you got what it takes to be able to get out of that. Like, that's just what it is.
And celebrate your small victories. I feel like that's a big thing. People go for the big picture and then kind of take the value away from their small victories, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, today sucked or whatever, but
I got another day.
I got up.
Yeah.
You know, like for the people dealing with depression or any other sort of mental illness, like, you know, really celebrate in those little things. Because sometimes, you know, it's really hard and you have days where you can't get up, where you don't get up. So the days that you do get up, you know, I feel like that deserves like
A pat on the back.
like I did it, you know?
You woke up and you got another day.
Yeah, like
to
don't
do it
bum
over.
yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. That's another thing. Like just celebrate the journey, celebrate the small
Live in your
victories.
journey.
Yeah, live in it.
Every
Don't-
little thing that's gonna happen to you is what's gonna make you, and is what's making you who you are.
and
That's
making
just
it worth
that's
it at the
Yeah,
end.
it's
Because
gonna be
like when
worth
you're
it.
there and you look back, like, yo,
Yeah.
all this stuff I had to go through, all this stuff I had to deal with to get here. And that's something some people can't understand unless you're pursuing something. You get what I mean? Because like when I used to hear artists and other people be like, yo, I put in so much work. I'm like, you're an artist. Like what? How much work can you do? How much work is up? Nah, we're talking about marketing.
Yeah.
We're talking about building your brand. We're talking about when your friends give up on you, don't want to help you out. When the people you thought were going to be there are not there.
All
When
that
you don't
other
feel like you
stuff.
want to do it anymore because you've been in the same spot for 5 years and you feel like you're hitting a wall. Like there's nothing that's going for you anymore. When offers fall through. When people flop on you, say they're going to do stuff and they don't do them. Like that's the whole journey. That's the whole thing. And then when you're there, it's just like, yo, like I had to endure all this stuff. Like, yeah, I deserve to be here.
Yeah.
And that's why I also
And it
get
feels
when the people,
better. It
yeah, I also
feels
get when people
better.
be
Yeah.
flaunting a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not a bragger or whatever, but it's like, yo, I deserve this. I deserve, because I worked for this.
Mhm.
You get what I mean? So the journey is part of it should be celebrated,
Absolutely.
in my opinion.
Yeah. Thank you. Is there anything else you want to add, or
I can go on all day. but
we
yeah.
don't want to keep y'all here
We're
for
good.
too long? But I definitely hope that everything that was said gave you guys a better understanding of what it means to be actually positive and having a positive mindset. And it's just an ongoing experience and a process of growing and just knowing yourself and blocking out everything around you and just being able to just be you and do you. Boo boo. So
Yeah.
that's about it, right? I hope this video definitely reached somebody who really needed help with this. I definitely thank you guys for participating in the poll, and a lot of you guys did say you guys wanted this video, so here it is. And I want to thank my brother Sender for definitely coming in and joining me on this
Chatting.
talk. Yeah, he was chatting. He could go on for days, but he definitely gave a good perspective for you guys, and I definitely hope that it did some good for you guys. So if you guys liked this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up, okay? And comment below if you guys have any questions or anything that was unclear.
We be doing this in the video, so I'm gonna do it too. They be like,
This is- so yeah, just comment below if you guys have anything that wasn't cleared up or you want us to kind of focus more on anything that was said. And don't forget to subscribe, you guys.
facts.
Yeah.
She's working hard. Yeah, subscribe to her videos, yo.
Yeah.
Videos are gonna be a vibe. It's
Yeah,
lit.
yeah. So we have so much more in store for you guys, and you guys might see him around again. Wink, wink. So in any past videos, and definitely don't forget to follow him on his social media and follow everything that he's doing. He's doing some music and his
EP coming out
Yeah,
soon.
ooh, EP
Soon,
coming out.
yo, I keep saying it, but yo, listen, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it's coming out.
Yeah. So definitely you follow him so you guys can see it when he drops his EP, because it's gonna be fire.
Yo, it's self-produced. Like, don't play around. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, thank you for joining me, you guys. And I love you guys. We love you guys, I hope. And we'll see you.
Peace and love.
Yeah. We'll see you guys in my next video.